Welcome back, guys. This is Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews. Today we are going to take an in-depth look at the Energize Cold Pod tub. Now this is an inflatable, portable tub. There's quite a lot of call-outs that I do have to this tub. However, the selling cost on this is only $1,697. And when I compare it to other cold tubs that offer the same type of function, the same type of portability, and the chiller itself, I mean, it's actually not a bad price point. But guys, in general, if you are somebody who moves a lot, I can understand why you want a portable cold tub. Or maybe if you are somebody who's just getting into cold tub, sure, buy a cheaper version. But if I were you, I would probably just save up and buy an actual cold tub. That is just my opinion. Despite that fact, I do think that there is a lot that this Energize one has to offer. I mean, it is portable. It has a really lightweight chiller. It gets to 39 degrees. And then also it's very energy efficient to run, costing you less than 50 cents a day in order to maintain that 39-degree temperature. Okay, so in terms of assembly, this is a really easy assembly. I mean, it comes with basically a handheld pump that you go ahead, pump up your tub. However, I will note that it doesn't really hold its shape very well. Once you add water to it, it definitely loses its shape. And there's no sort of sturdiness like we see with something like these Sun Home portable design tubs that you can literally almost lean on the side and kind of guide yourself into the tub. These walls are pretty flimsy and not well insulated. So just keep in mind that when you purchase this, if it does start to lose its shape, just go ahead, refill your tub with air in order to keep that structure. But it is something you're gonna have to be doing probably once a week. It has a 2-step filtration system. It comes with a 20 micron filter. One positive that I really like about this design is that the filter is actually on the chiller itself. You don't have to unscrew a back panel. You don't have to go through a bunch of cords and whatever else in order to actually reach and change your filter. It is literally set on top of the chiller. You unscrew it, change your filter out, screw it back in. It literally takes you 30 seconds. So I really like how easy that is. Now this can be a full body submersion tub because it is quite high, fitting users of 6'5" up to 300 pounds, and it has 4.2 feet of space within the tub. So really for a vertical design, especially a portable tub, a lot of people, shapes, sizes, heights, weights, they will definitely be able to use this really comfortably. Now the dimensions on this chiller are 16.5 inches in length, 12 inches wide, and then 17 inches high. The weight on this chiller is only 36 pounds. Now it is made with a lot of plastic components, so keep that in mind if you're thinking about durability over time. So far, we've had no dents or scratches or anything break on the chiller itself, but if you are wanting a very lasting chiller, I wouldn't say this is the highest quality one we have seen. It is a 1/4 horsepower. Now there is some positives and then some negatives when it comes to a 1/4 horsepower chiller. The positives are, it is so quiet. You could literally set this inside and it's basically like a low drum. You're not really going to notice that your chiller is even on. However, because it is only a 1/4 horsepower, it takes a really long time in order to reach those low temperatures. So if you are wanting that 39 degrees, give yourself a full 6 to 8 hours in order to go ahead and the chiller to work in order to get that water to that cold temperature. Another thing to keep in mind is that there's no sort of app connectivity, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. This is bare bones. There's nothing fancy with it. So in order to change your temperature, you are gonna have to manually do that from the chiller. Whereas we see with something like a Sun Home Sauna or even a Polar Monkeys brand, they have app connectivity that you can go ahead and change from your phone. Not the case with Energize. Okay, so this is an indoor and an outdoor tub, but keep in mind if you do decide to keep this outside, especially thinking about the longevity of the chiller, it's going to be way more optimal to keep this under like a covered porch. Keep that chiller away from like snow and rain and things like that. It comes with a braided hose, which actually doesn't kink over time, but I will say this is a positive and negative. But keep in mind, the hose is really long. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and you're gonna be like, Linz, that's not a long hose. It's probably around 5 feet long. And I know that doesn't seem like a long hose. However, it's like basically just knotted in the back. It doesn't look very pretty, especially if you're keeping this inside. It just kind of looks like not very aesthetic. And so nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you do need to like outstretch your tub from your chiller, you definitely have the space to be able to do that. Okay, so the dimensions for the tub itself. This is 33.5 inches wide by 29.5 inches high. And then the internal dimensions of this tub are 29.5 inches wide by 25.5 inches high. And again, fits users from 6'5" all the way up to 300 pounds. If you are at that higher height or that higher weight capacity, it might feel a little snug, but I still think you'll be able to comfortably use this and sit in it and allow your whole body to get under that cold water. This comes with a military grade drop stitch and then an ultra insulated, durable and UV resistant coating on the outside, allowing you to be able to use it outside. But again, it is kind of flimsy. Like, it's not the highest quality. It's not very well insulated. And again, you're spending like over $1,500 on this. So just know what you're getting into before you purchase it. Now, a couple things that I really like about cold tubbing in general. And if you are somebody who is just wanting an entry-level cold tub, I don't think this is a bad option, but it's going to improve your sleep. This is things that I have personally experienced and then also been backed by research. You are going to be able to fall asleep quicker, get deeper sleep when you're doing regular cold tubbing sessions. It's also going to increase your immunity. It's also going to help increase your white blood cells, making you a little bit more resilient to illnesses. It's also going to help your mood. Like if you struggle with anxiety, depression, try out cold tubbing. Like this is something, again, from personal experience that I have found very beneficial in my own life. Not only that, it just makes you a more resilient person. Like it is so mentally tough to get into 38-degree water. Like you are counting down the seconds till you can get out, until you can like calm yourself. It's just going to make you more resilient to stress. So for me, like I actually love cold tubbing. I think everybody should do cold tubbing. Is this the best portable design cold tub I have ever tested? No. But is it pretty comparable price point to other cold tubs out there that offer similar features? Definitely yes. So let us know if you want more cold tub reviews or if you want us to do comparisons to portable cold tubs around this cost point. Let us know in the comments. This has been Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews.